As verify, if you've never seen it, they seek out the truth by saying what's true, what's false, and make it real simple for you. Verify some misinformation that might be out there, talking to the sources. And you know what? We want to talk about toothbrushes because it's a thing, right? So how often do you change your toothbrush? Meghan Verify is looking into it with this morning's Verify.
According to the American Dental Association, 69% of Americans brush their teeth twice a day, which means they're getting pretty good use out of their toothbrushes. But when should you throw that toothbrush away? Our sources: Dr. Ann Clemens, dentist at Cleveland Clinic, the American Dental Association, the American Medical Association, and the Silberman Dental Group. When it comes to changing your toothbrush, the American Dental Association recommends changing your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months or more often if bristles are matted or frayed. But what if you get sick? Should you throw that toothbrush in the trash after?
Frankly, most healthy people are probably at a very low risk, really, of reinfecting themselves from something they've already really built an immunity to. But it's kind of one of those, maybe it's better safe than sorry, can't hurt.
According to dentists from the Silberman Dental Group, if you have a bacterial infection, you could get reinfected with a toothbrush. For example, an infection like strep throat could remain on your toothbrush. The American Medical Association says bacteria like strep throat can live on surfaces for a period of time. If someone has a lowered immune system, that could reinfect the person. Like Dr. Clemson said, rather be safe than sorry and throw out that toothbrush. With your Verify, I'm Meghan Bragg.
Now joining us in the Impact Studio, Meghan.
Hi.
Wow, we're talking toothbrushes now, huh?
I know. And okay, so
But it's a big talker.
It's a big talker. And listen, I was like geeking out when I was researching this because it is so interesting, actually. But I kind of want to give you guys a little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You and I were talking about this yesterday. You're like, do you want to join me on the live Impact Studio? And I was like, Jane, there's nothing more
absolutely
that I want. So we went to Carlene, our producer, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, Meg's coming on, and we're gonna talk about. She's like, what are you talking about? And I go, toothbrushes.
She's like, what did you say?
Yeah,
kidding.
Carlene,
You're kidding.
Like,
Are you for real?
Are you for real?
like, are we really doing this?
Yeah, are we really doing this?
But it is super interesting because, there's a few things that we need to like break down. First, let's talk about only 69% of people brush their teeth twice a day, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that was from the American Dental Association, which is actually astounding to me that only 69. Like, you should be.
How often do you brush your teeth?
I brush my teeth twice a day, but I've also seen you in the bathroom brushing your teeth.
I'm always in the bathroom brushing my teeth.
She is.
Yes. I'm at least 3 times a day.
3 times a day, yes. No, I'm twice a day. But I think it talked about how important it is, especially with gum health, because it is also connected to heart health, which a lot of people don't know about. But let's talk about why we need to throw these toothbrushes away. I was researching a little bit. The National Library of Medicine, they have a lot of studies on there. That's where I go to verify things. Love looking at studies. But they were looking at like how toothbrushes can be contaminated, and it really is about your immune system, right? Because if you do have a virus or something like that, you're usually not going to get the same virus again because you have antibodies, right?
Right.
But if you have a bad immune system, say the older population, maybe very young kids, you can get that same virus again if your antibodies aren't built up. So that's why they say to throw away the toothbrush. Now, several things like strep throat, that can live on surfaces longer than, say, like a cold virus on surfaces. So that's why they're really telling you, rather be safe than sorry. Throw out that toothbrush.
Yeah, I mean, and we were looking at, Caroline was looking at some of the numbers on flu and respiratory diseases and things that are, we are still in flu season, friends, and it looks pretty sketchy still, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. The numbers are still in the high to moderate. Oh, South Carolina is still very high as far as, is this the flu map?
This is the CDC flu map.
CDC
The
flu map.
latest CDC numbers coming out. So yes, North Carolina's at high, South Carolina's at very high.
Oh, wow.
A lot
Yeah.
of cases in the Carolinas.
I know. And you know, you're still hearing about people getting sick. I mean, people in
Yeah.
our office, you're like, they're out for a week because they have either the flu or stomach bug or something like that. So there is still a lot going on.
But so we still want to throw away the
You
toothbrush
wanna
anyway.
throw away
I
the
mean, I'm sort of
toothbrush.
OCD about it. I mean,
Really?
I'm not a complete germaphobe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like,
So, like, I thought it was so interesting that it was 3 to 4 months because I was like, oh, it's like a year. You know,
Oh,
but
honey.
no, it is 3 to 4 months. They say that's like your height, like hygiene, when you should throw that away.
Okay.
A lot of people were thinking 6 months because you're supposed to
yeah,
go to the dentist.
time change
Yes.
maybe, or the dentist.
Yes,
you
every
get
6
that
months
little,
and you get a new toothbrush.
It's too cheap to be a to last 6 months.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not probably going to last 6 months. But
Okay.
there are also, I was actually talking to Brad Panovich about this because, like I said, I was geeking out over the story. I was talking to everybody about it yesterday. But Brad said that his toothbrush, it's an electric toothbrush now. He gets fancy
Yes.
with his toothbrushes. He said that there's a line that shows him when to change out his electric toothbrush head. I
Okay.
know, so you can get
yes, a line on the toothbrush.
Yes, a line on the toothbrush.
We
that's
probably
like,
have the
you're
same
done.
toothbrush,
Yeah,
right?
you probably
and then
do.
because I do the Sonicare at home,
Mm-hmm.
the toothbrush here that I probably do have to change out today.
Right.
Now that we've had this
Oh,
discussion,
I'm
it's been
glad.
a while. Yeah.
See?
So thank you for that
Yeah.
reminder.
Hey,
you know, I'm
anytime.
thinking time change, batteries,
Batteries
in the smoke detectors,
Right.
and toothbrushes. But no, toothbrushes a little bit more often.
3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Okay.
Okay.
What else, Meg? What are you working on?
I am working on a couple things today, actually. There's an interesting, and I'm going to pitch this in the morning meeting. So this is not here
are
yet.
we getting the
Preview. So in about 15 minutes, I'm pitching this. So I hope everyone likes it. But I found out some really interesting, because St. Patty's Day is on Monday.
Yep.
I found out some really interesting St. Patty's Day myths. Did you? Okay, I'll throw you a bone here. Did St. Patty's Day originate in Ireland?
I say no.
It didn't.
Where was it?
It was in England, I think.
Oh, in England.
Yes.
I remember, yeah.
But
that
don't
was
quote me on that. I still need to look that up.
All right.
Also, too, was it always associated with green?
No.
And I'll tell you, and that's a tease. I'm not going to give it away.
That's all.
I'll tell you what color
Wow.
it is Monday if they let me do it. If
That's
not,
verified.
I'll just have to hop back on here and tell you what the color is.
Okay. Well, you can do that Monday anyway.
Yeah,
Because it is St.
exactly.
Patrick's.
It
We'll
is-
be here.
yeah,
We'll be here.
exactly.
You also use TikTok, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I think TikTok is a great source, especially because of what I do, misinformation. A lot of that misinformation is coming from TikTok. And you guys know, if you're watching and you have TikTok, you see a lot of things on there and you're like, oh my gosh, TikTok told me.
TikTok's real.
Right? And,
Yeah.
you know, obviously there's a lot of great information on TikTok, but obviously there's a lot of false information on TikTok. So, yeah, I am on TikTok. Verify with Meghan, with Meg.
Okay, verify
Throwing
with
it out
Meghan.
there.
Thank you. Yeah, put your socials out there.
And yeah, I try to give the latest updates, what I'm verifying, all that stuff. So it's a great time to be on TikTok. I'm trying to get you on TikTok, Jane.
I do have.
You have one?
A handle, account, what have you. I've never posted anything there.
Maybe it's time.
It's not. Instagram fills enough of my
Yeah, there's a
social
lot.
media requirements.
Sure. Yes.
I'm still trying to keep up with that.
I get
But Meghan Bragg, Live Impact Studio, thank
Yeah.
you for debuting.
Thank you so
Your
much for
appearance,
having me
love
here.
to have you
Yes.
here. We'll chit-chat more a little bit later. Got you on traffic
Oh,
at
yeah.
4 o'clock
4 o'clock, I'll be there.
here in WCNC Charlotte. And got to change the toothbrush.